Okay. Alright guys, what's going on? It's your boy All Time. I'm back. So, I have to re-record this. Now don't get me wrong, it wasn't the entire video, but it was like the first 10 minutes and I wasn't recording. Or no, I was recording, but my mic wasn't working, so, or it was muted. So, or I was having issues with it too already, and I do need to get a new mic, but yeah, I have to re-record this whole 8 or 9 minutes that I recorded. I read like a little bit, but don't worry, it wasn't too far. What did I say in my intro? I'm trying to remember. Get your snacks, get comfortable, like, subscribe. My light was off too. I wasn't even really ready, but I'll just redo everything. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly cool. First, I started off by saying, it's been a while. It's been about a week. Within this week, I did a couple things. First off, I got a new pencil. Look at that, the Graph Gear 1000. This is something that I ordered, and it's a heavyweight, like all metal type pencil. I used to use another pencil for my drawings. So for all like my pencil drawing, maybe workheads out there, maybe you guys know about this, but I've been using it for like the past weekish. And I only drew like 2 things because I was also doing something else aside from working on videos, and that's playing Dark Souls. I beat all of Dark Souls. I finished Ashes of Arendelle. I think that's the first DLC, and then the second one is the Lost City or the Ring City, whatever it's called. But I had a blast playing that. I talked about it on my community post. I'll talk to you guys about that in a second. The intro wasn't too long, I think, but I wanted to show you guys a drawing first. And like what I said, I only drew 2 things, and this drawing isn't even completely finished. So if I finish it, then I will show you guys in the editing here, but if I didn't, then I probably won't. But you guys ready? So with the Graph Gear 1000, I drew this, and this was on... This is the 15th to the 16th, but I drew this at like the end of the day, so it was like maybe like 11 p.m.ish for me, and then it went over to the next day, so that's why I just put both days. But another drawing of my OCs here. I didn't finish the pants for him, but you know, let me know what you guys think. I really like this drawing a lot. Again, one of the things I like about my pencil that I didn't really talk about in my original intro when I had to re-record this was that the lead is a lot more precise and small, because I was always used to drawing with 0.7 millimeters, but with this it's like 0.5 and smaller, so I'm able to be more precise with my drawing. I'm trying to improve my art style. Let me know what you guys think, and hopefully I showed it long enough for you guys. But yeah, back to what I was saying before. Yeah, I beat Dark Souls 3, and man, guys, it was good. It was great. I like, honestly, overall thoughts. This is something I wanted to speak to you guys about, maybe in a separate video if you guys want to see that. I did talk to you guys about how I wanted to do more content aside from just manga videos in general. What else did I forget in my intro? Because I'm flip-flopping everywhere. Turn on post notifications so you guys never miss videos by your boy. Like, subscribe, hey, all that type of stuff. I've been members, follow that. It's going to be a abundant video today. I wanted to record this video later as well, but as of right now, it's like 3 p.m. I got my wallpaper as one of my drawings, so that's like another, you know, way you guys can see that. My thoughts on Dark Souls 3, it was great. It was fire from the setting, the DLC. I'm still trying to understand the lore a little bit. Why did I randomly just start playing it? I beat 𝐡𝐲𝐝𝐿, guys. Hey, I'm no rookie, right? Elden Ring was my first Souls-like game, FromSoft, type of game, and then I played Sekiro, and then Dark Souls was next. So that was sort of the order I was going down. But anyways, enough of that. If you guys want to see more of that or want to know more, just leave comments. I'll talk to you guys. I saw a lot of comments on the previous video in regards to part 2. Your guys' concerns, you know, thoughts about it overall. Roll the intro. We'll get used to it, or we'll talk about it. We'll get used to it, all that type of stuff. I gotta re-record this, man. See you guys in some... You guys already know, some Chainsaw Man.
So get down, my lyrical talent to roll out, smack down now. Gotta shoot to kill, I shoot to skill. Don't you be afraid, man, gotta do how it feels. 6 to 7 to 8 to 9, 10. I flip the script to make it to the top 10. Go.
We're cutting off a lot more time in my previous intro here. We're back. Get your snacks, get comfortable. I probably already said that already. I'm trying to re-remember what I said not too long ago. Again, I was recording like 9 or 8 minutes without audio, and when I realized it, I was like, damn. So we're here back. Share the video with your friends, with your mama, your dad. I mean, I don't really think my videos are for kids, but I don't know who my videos catered for. And the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about too was live streaming. I did say to you guys before a long time ago that I wanted to live stream. You know, you guys wanted where you guys would ask me questions. Maybe it would be more on a personal thing where I can talk to you guys in general. Some gaming franchises I wanted to get into, like Final Fantasy, what else? Devil May Cry. I'm sort of a fan of Devil May Cry, not too much. I'm a little familiar with Kingdom Hearts as well. I'm pretty cultured, guys. You know what I'm saying? No need to brag. But Persona as well, heavy on Persona. More other games, but I'm experimenting. So whether you guys are interested in seeing that premiere right now, or for the comments, or for anybody in the future, if you guys want more of that, or if you guys have any ideas, I'll always try to do community posts to interact with you guys. Again, this whole week, I've just been drawing. I've been busy with other stuff, and I've been playing Dark Souls, and, you know, yeah, so. But anyways, we'll roll the video. What happened last time? I mean, new characters, new setting. You know, in my comment section, I got a lot of opinions and takes about Persona. Why'd I say Persona? Chainsaw Man Part 2. That's what I meant to say. And you know, one comment I got was like, you know, people have varying opinions for it, but don't let it get to you. Hey, I appreciate you for that. Thank you. You know who you are who left that comment. It's all good. It doesn't matter. I don't really let people's opinions get to me anyways. So, and I don't really care. I'm gonna read it myself. So whether I think it's bad or good, I'm a fan of Chainsaw Man. I'm a fan of the series. I'm a fan of the author's work. So we're gonna get into it. And as a fellow person who's thinking about making a manga, follow me in my second channel to know more about that. Yeah, I find it all intriguing from an art style perspective to a storytelling perspective. You guys do and don't care. I know. I'll see you guys in some Chainsaw Man. We're gonna get back to it, to the madness of Part 2. Chainsaw Man, Chapter 112, Between Cat and Criminal. It was a strong weapon, but more fragile for it. She called me her little sister. Do you know her, Yoru? I don't. Some mad woman, no? I hit my head and I can't remember what happened then. But whatever happened to that girl brought Yukiko back and made her giant. Could she be the Justice Devil? Good to meet you. We're from the Student Council / Devil Hunter Club. So when I said, while I was recording before up until now, this is the new character that I was talking about, I got a funny comment. Someone was saying like, oh, she looks like Makima, she must be a horseman. I know you're just messing with me, you know, or maybe you're not. But I said that, yeah, there's like dudes around her too. There's men around her too. They're around her. So it's very similar to Makima's situation where she had always people around her. So, but I like her design though, from her earrings to her eyes. It's the swirly eyes that get me in the uniform as well. But initially in my thoughts, I thought that all of the members were dead, but I know right now they're going to go over the fact that they aren't. So not all of them are, but I think like 1 or 2 of them are. And I'm the club / student council president, Haruka Iseumi. The Devil Hunter Club lost 2 members after the attack 2 days ago. 1 quit and 1 other died, but it seems we also have something to gain. Akoku here told me you fought. From the sound of it, you put up a better fight than him. And on top of that, you're a prospective club member. We will gladly accept you into our club. Any questions? I heard that the Chainsaw Man's a member of this Devil Hunter Club. Do you know his identity? Here's your answer. And I had the same reaction. You know what? And it's not even like a matter of like freaking out. I'm not gonna freak out. I'm gonna just stay confused and kind of curious and quiet, and then we'll get our answer. He said, here's our answer, huh? Well, nah, we'll get our answer. But honestly, I remember I got that comment of someone teasing me like, oh, Denji was asleep. Must be the chainsaw. You think you're funny, huh? You guys think you're really funny? Okay. I have something to do today. I need to go. See you around, Chainsaw Man. Alright, till we meet again, Asa Mitaka. Is that guy really the Chainsaw Man? The starter proves it. But would he really out himself like that? Wait, why did you want to fight him then? I couldn't even beat Yuko by myself. There's no way I can beat the Chainsaw Man. Don't misunderstand, I'm strong. I just need a strong weapon, then I can beat him. ASA, make me an even stronger weapon than your super strong uniform sword, or I'll kill you. Okay, I'll make you the strongest weapon ever, so hurry up and beat the Chainsaw Man already. You're awfully obedient all of a sudden. I mean, the sooner you're gone, the better. As long as you're inside me, not only will I be miserable, but the people around me will be too. If it is only me, I could handle being in a terrible situation, but I refuse to drag someone else down with me again. I'd do anything to stop it, even turn someone into a weapon. You don't have to use a human, you know. If you have something more important to you than that uniform from your mother, I'll take that as a no. How about that cat? You could make it your pet, then turn it into a weapon. I'd rather kill a human than a cat. Not someone normal though. A criminal or something. Someone who deserves to die. That's what I'm thinking. That won't work. What? Creating a powerful weapon requires powerful guilt. Your criminal composure won't make a strong weapon precisely because it's an easy compromise. Well, I still refuse to weaponize a cat. I have a suggestion. Pick someone between a cat and a criminal. The line at which you're okay with killing, and the line at which you refuse to kill. Methinks the powerful weapon you're after lies somewhere between those two lines. Between a cat and a criminal. He's picking up cigarette butts? He's an idiot and a loser, but it turns out he's a good person. Meanwhile, here I am thinking about murdering someone. He's taking them apart? He made new cigarettes out of the littered ones. Are they gonna meet? I mean, they already met though, but wait guys. Hold up though. You guys have to think about that though. If she... Wait, let me flip this around. If she gets really cool with Denji though, y'all know what I'm saying? And then she turns him into a weapon. That's gonna be the ultimate chainsaw weapon type, you know what I'm saying? Dude, he's over here getting taken advantage of again, you know what I'm saying? At least that's what I think. Oh my gosh, that's a very convoluted situation. That's like the best way I can put it, I guess. American smokes. They're 1,500 a pack. I'll take 2. Pleasure doing business. He's ripping off homeless people. What a piece of crap. He's between cat and criminal, but not so bad that he deserves to die. He isn't a bad enough human to deserve death, no. But to defeat Chainsaw Man, to get your body back, do you have any other choice? Think of it as a necessary evil to put an end to a nightmare. Hey, wait up. Aren't you that chick who hates Chainsaw Man? What are you doing? Huh? I'm selling smokes because part-time jobs are against the rules. What's with that? Are you an idiot? Huh? Get off my back. I got a lot going on, and I'm a busy dude. Beat it. Are you busy tomorrow? Huh? No, duh. I'm busy tomorrow, and the day after that, too. Oh, I see. Why'd you ask? If you're free tomorrow, would you go on a date with me? A date? Yes. To be continued. See, like, I knew it, though. He's being taken advantage of again, but, like, in a way that's, like, sad, dude. Like... It's even, I'm not gonna say it's worse, because like Makima's advantage was obviously really bad, but this is like another situation where it's a different type of form of Denji being taken advantage of again, and it's like, she's doing this for the benefit of herself, so that way Yoru could leave her body. But guys, excuse me, plot twist. What if she actually starts messing with him? Like, what if he's actually, like, what if she starts, like, really messing with him for real? Then the guilt's gonna get even worse. That's my, like, kind of line of thinking, or, like, theory so far. That they're gonna be cool. And then, but the real question is, Yoru is under the assumption that that guy's the Chainsaw Man, and he probably is. But what if he has a contract that can copy devils? I mean, the Justice Devil is still in the school, so maybe he's the Justice, but that wouldn't make any sense because the Justice can just see the future. Like, there's just so much questions right now. I know, guys. That is crazy. Not my boy, dude. If she, hopefully she starts liking him, but that would just make things worse. You know what I mean? It would just make it worse. Chainsaw Man, chapter 113. I want to see penguins. Forget the hairpin. You're so plain. Can you add some more flair or whatever? Drop it. My outfit's fine. You'll be able to turn that punk into a weapon if he likes you. But are you really truly capable of seducing him? Too easy. How so? Boys fall for anyone who can show them a fraction of a good time. They do. You wouldn't get it because you're a devil. Besides, I'm pretty darn cute. He'll be head over heels once we get to hang out for a bit. It's really interesting, guys, like seeing her, the way that she thinks, because she's kind of a dick. But she never acknowledged herself as a good person too. So it's, ooh, you know what I mean? In the beginning, it seemed like she was cool, but now, like, I don't like completely hate her, obviously. But she's just doing what it takes to benefit herself. That's kind of messed up, though. Hey, all my fellas out there. Boys are, what did she say? I'm gonna keep my camera around. Boys fall for anyone who's willing to show them a fraction of a good time. Hey, God, that is sad, man. Not the fact that that's true, but the fact that she knows that, and like, that's messed up, man. Messed up. Sea anemones are relatives of jellyfish. They have these tiny hairs growing on them and used to feed by stunning fish, shrimp, and zooplankton, and so on. They can live and survive for years without food. They're like jellyfish in a way. There are even sea anemones that have lived longer than 70 years with the proper care. They're found all throughout the world's oceans, and they can slowly move too. There are also fish that have lived inside of them called anemones fish. The sea anemones protect them from predators and share their food scraps. Hey, about sea anemones already? I want to go look at the penguins. No, we're supposed to look at these for another 10 minutes. Huh? Listen up, I came up with the perfect plan for enjoying the aquarium. We aren't deviating from the plan. Okay. In the tropical waters, sea anemones latch onto coral reefs or rocks. Starfish and echinoderms and relatives of the sea urchin. There are as many as 2,000 starfish species around the world. Not all of them are star-shaped either. There's even a species with 30 arms. When they get attacked by a predator, they'll whip off their own arm to get away from while the other predator eats it. Their arms can regenerate, so I guess they'll regrow it later. Starfish can eat almost anything in the ocean. They feed by pushing their stomach out with their mouth and directly digesting their prey. Fun fact, there's an area in the Kumamoto prefecture where they eat starfish. As you'd expect from a relative of the sea urchin, you'd strip the skin and eat the insides like with the sea urchins. Enough about starfish already, I want to see the penguins. No, the plan to look at starfish for another 30 minutes. 30 minutes? Even in other languages, starfish mostly have star relative names. And for this instance, in France, they're called, "It should be falling for me around now." Even the aquarium employees couldn't give explanations this interesting. Hey, can we ignore this plan for a sec and go see the penguins? Would you mind shutting up? Okay, so guys, she's actually really bad at this. Oh my god, she's so bad at this. Oh my god. Look, hold on, let me flip this away. Why did I think she was gonna be good at this? She's so bad, like, okay. I'm not even gonna, like, laugh at her, though, but, like, nah, I will, kind of. Just kind of. They're both really bad at this. That is so funny. Okay, nah, that's brilliant, that's brilliant. We'll have fun as long as we stick to my plan. You don't need to think about a thing. I decided to think about stuff in my own way, you know. I'm looking at those penguins with or without you, because I've never seen penguins before. Excuse me. Hey, wait. Shouldn't you go after him? What? Why? He's the one who was in the wrong. He interrupted my explanations and went off on his own. I didn't do anything wrong. Could it be that you're a total bore? Come again? That punk looked bored by your long-winded lectures. I was bored the entire time too. You and the phony chainsaw boy are the bores. I studied up on ocean facts at the library for this. Alright, fine. I get it. Now, go after him. My explanations would be interesting if you could understand them. You just don't get it because you're a devil. I did everything right. Exactly. You aren't wrong, ASA. DENJI's someone who doesn't know the first thing about right or wrong. You're correct. But there's one thing you're wrong about. I am the War Devil's big sister, Famine Devil. Call me Fammy. Famine. I was right though. Hey guys. You know what? Okay, wait. Let me not be stupid for a sec. I mean, I'm always dumb. Hey guys. First off, she came out of nowhere, so let's just not even like. But she's another person, so she's another horseman then. She is another horseman that Makima always talked about. So in my mind, We got Makima, she's gone though. But now we have Naoyuta, her name, or Naoyuta. We have Yoru, and now we have Famine. Who was the fourth one? That's Chainsaw, right? Or I could be wrong, but I don't remember the fourth one, guys. But if that's Chainsaw, that's Chainsaw, but excuse me. Ooh, though. The big sister of the war, but the war doesn't remember her, though. So, not good, Asa. Don't listen to that. Yoru? I took Yoru outside. It's only temporary. What? Any human should be capable of abandoning their morality when they're starving. I'll create the right stage for you. You aren't leaving this aquarium until you can turn Denji into a weapon. See you soon. Ah, that pain in the butt's back from hell. To be continued. Oh, that's the... Oh, guys, wait. Part 1 again. That's the hallway devil, remember? A, though. But look, though. Aside from another day one devil coming back, even Denji kind of knew, though. I like how he's kind of like more battle IQ smart now, though. Like he sees something, he's like, hey, this place ain't that big, right? And she said, I don't know, probably not. It's that piece of... I bet. But not only that, we got a glimpse of the Fami, or the Famine Devil. But it seems like we're going to get sort of a I'm not going to say an infinite amount of time. Because remember when they were stuck and it took them a while to understand, and then Denji had to drive the devil insane to stop it. So how are they going to get out now, though? So now they're going to have a lot of time to spend with each other. So they're going to start to understand each other now. So this is what I wanted, though. I wanted more time with them alone. So I can appreciate this more. But Fami, the hallway devil's back, the hell devil, or not the hell devil, but the hallway devil back from hell, and the date, the penguin date. Okay, see y'all back in the day. Chainsaw Man, chapter 114, Endless Aquarium. How long is this hallway? We must have walked 100 meters. I told you, it's this eternity devil thing. Oh, shut up, you aren't even a devil hunter. Quit making stuff up. Hey, I know more about devils than you think. Well, I know more. I'm in the Devil Hunter Club. It's true, she does know more about devils. Hey, what a coincidence running into you here. Who the hell are you? The Devil Hunter Club? Who the hell are you? What a dirty mouth. But, alright, if you want to know, I can answer that. I am the Devil Hunter Club president / student council president. Haruka Hey, Denji! You're Yoshida. What the hell are you doing here? It's another coincidence. I just felt like looking at the fish today, so I came to the aquarium, and next thing I know, we've been trapped in here by a nasty devil. President, that's him. Hirofumi Yoshida, the guy who went from civilian devil hunter to public safety devil hunter while still in high school. Curiouser and curiouser. Well, I am the Devil Hunter Club president / student council president. Haruka, I knew it! We're trapped! This isn't a dream. We're under attack by a real-life devil. I never wanted to join the Devil Hunter Club. My mom made me. She said it'd get me a scholarship. This place has got a lot of devil activity, so we're on patrol here. You guys must have noticed too. A devil's power is making this hallway go on forever. It looks like there's no way out, unless either outside help arrives or we kill the devil. Did you dudes see any devils anywhere? No. You aren't leaving this aquarium until you can turn Denji into a weapon. My name is Haruka Isayumi. As a Devil Hunter Club president, I ask that you obey my orders in this situation. From this point on, we have 2 goals: to exterminate the devil and to survive. Oh yeah, he's the Chainsaw Man. Then as long as I do as he says, maybe I can get out of here without turning Denji into a weapon. Actually, if I can kill him, I won't need to turn anyone into a weapon. I could get my body back from Yoru without causing trouble for anyone, for more people. Then again, there's no way I can kill him on my own. Can I really turn Denji into a weapon though? Is she okay? I don't know. Phew. We're lucky the aquariums had this room. Must be an employee lounge or something. There's drinking water inside the fridge, and more water in the identical fridge. In the identical lounge 20 meters down the hall. In other words, if we keep moving from lounge to lounge, we'll never go thirsty. We need food, or we'll starve to death. We found a room connected to fish tanks, and took some fish from it. If we cook them, it should be enough food to last us a little while, but an aquarium won't have a fire source. I have some fire. My bullies make me light their cigarettes, so I carry a lighter. We can start a fire big enough to cook the fish using the lounge newspaper as kindling. That solves our food problem. I can't eat fish. Why not? Are you allergic? Fish it looks too much like a dead animal. It grosses me out. I'm going to take a quick look outside. Huh? Huh? What are you doing? Nothing. Then why did you make a noise like that, like you got caught red-handed? There's 1,000 yen in my bag on the ground. I was picking it up. That's theft. You're a thief. Finders keepers, it's my money, and I'm not handing it over to anybody. You're the only one who isn't helping out. Aren't you ashamed? Well, why don't you help then? Whatever. Go to hell, you thief. So what? You go to hell. Go to hell, go to hell. No, you go to hell. What's wrong with him? I went on a date with him. He acts like that? Maybe I should turn him into a weapon. Right, Yoru? I'm not a loser like Denji. I have to contribute to the group somehow. Oh, Mitaka, is that your cellular phone? You have one as a student? Yeah. Well, technically it's my mom's. Does it have a signal? It had a bar for a second there. Atta girl, track down that signal. Then we can call for help from the devil hunters on the outside. Higher. The signal should be higher. She did it. Oh, thank gosh, I'm gonna live. It feels like there's a signal around here. Do high schoolers these days own cell phones? Lucky for us, Mitaka's ahead of the times. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All we need to do now is sit back and wait for rescue. Like, ASA, she's such like... We're getting a lot of her character here, right? I wasn't really talking that much in between, but she's like very, she just feels very lost as a person. Like, she doesn't really know much about her own self. She relies on Yoru a lot, like even when she said like right Yoru and like Yoru wasn't there. And Denji and her like bickering and not liking each other, it's like, you know. But I think Denji's also kind of like looking for, I think he was picking up money, but he's also looking for the devil. That's the cause. We remember the devil's like at the bottom of the elevator from the first season, public safety arc, part 1. So, and ASA feels like she's not a loser like Denji, so she's gonna go rely on other people. No way. You complain you aren't a team player, and you fail to come through in the clutch. I expected better from you. To be continued. Also, what's really interesting is that other person who's being bullied, they mirror 𝐚 a lot. Like, this really mirrors the first arc a lot. I can kind of see that, so makes me miss 𝐚 a little bit. Man, if you really think about it, guys, and this isn't like from my this isn't from my opinion of what a loser is. But in her definition or her perspective of a loser, she's also a loser too. If you guys really think about it, her and Denji are both losers. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, this isn't like what I'm saying, but this is kind of like her opinion of it. Y'all know what I'm saying? So, but we have a huge parallel to part 1. I think that's essentially what we're getting right now. Not much said. Honestly, we'll talk a little bit more about it. Again, one thing I wanted to get more was ASA's character, and this is what we're getting now. You guys already know. See you guys in the next chapter. Chainsaw Man, chapter 115. High schoolers these days. This is the aquarium from hell. Once you go in, you'll never go out. The hallway goes on endlessly, and the clock hands don't move. You can't flush, the toilets and the fish start rotting in their tanks yesterday. We'd escape by now if you hadn't have broken your cell phone. You're Chainsaw Man, why don't you do something? I'm Chainsaw Man, what are you talking about? The starter on your chest. Oh, that's a surgical implant. It's one of the reasons they say I'm the man who comes from the closet to Chainsaw Man. What? President of the Chainsaw Man Society High Schooler Chapter. Runner-up in the Chainsaw Man Quiz Show Contest. Owner of every piece of Chainsaw Man merchandise. I can't blame you for thinking I was him. So you aren't Chainsaw Man? If I were Chainsaw Man, I could have broken out of this hellhole in no time. Save me, Chainsaw Man. SOS, SOS the Chainsaw Man. I'm in here. That's your cue, Chainsaw Man. Isn't there something you can do? I was able to kill the devil last time because it came at us. The one's nowhere to be found. My hands are tied. Can't you do something? You had one too? Unfortunately, a signal alone isn't enough to get a call out. It feels like it's been over 3 days. If help hasn't arrived by now, I'm guessing time inside Aquarium has stopped. The others also seem to have given up. To be honest, even if I made peace with death this time, do you think Chainsaw Man would eat us for it? The Death Devil. The others are starting to lose it. You holding up okay? I'm hungry, so eat some fish. I can't eat fish. Oh yeah? I'm sorry for asking you out on a date. It's my fault that you got mixed up in this. You won't understand this, but I was trying to turn you into a weapon. But even concerned and starving like this, I just can't do it. Not because I don't have the guts, or because it goes against my principles. The reason is, I can't is because I have no idea what's right or wrong. That's why I'm a total bore. My life is just one long string of attempts to avoid making mistakes. What are you muttering to yourself about? You can't eat fish, right? Ta-da! Ever tried starfish? To be continued. Man, Denji, man. That's cute, bro. We're gonna go until we can finish this arc. I don't know how long this is gonna be, but I refuse to make it more than 10 chapters, so we're not going to. But this will be on the shorter side, because I didn't want to make these videos shorter. That's cute, though, man. I don't want to talk too much, because that wasn't really much to talk about, so we're just gonna get right back into it. Chainsaw Man, chapter 116, Taste of Starfish. That type isn't edible. Same for that type, and that type too. That one's edible. You can technically eat starfish, but are we really going to? You can't eat starfish, right? The starfish is your only choice. But they're toxic, you have to boil them to make them safe to eat. No problems there. What'd I tell ya? There's a random pot lid in here. We can boil them in that. For the fire, I swipe the glass liquor's lighter. Let's chat out on some starfish. Why are there so many skull hats in here? I collected them to sell them when we get back. Why are you so obsessed with making money? Oh, I've got this sorta friend, sorta little sister living with me. She's smart enough to go to college. I'm saving up for her tuition. College is crazy expensive, right? See, my life was always crappy before. I want her to have a normal life. Oh, I think it's ready. You're supposed to split it open and eat the meat inside. Ah, that's hot. Tastes like a gross sea urchin. It's not enough. What are those fish? I dried them. Can I have some? Huh? Fine by me. I thought you couldn't eat fish, though. You're fun. Fun? What you're saying is totally boring, but you're interesting to watch. Yeah, that's right. I'm an interesting woman. Yeah? I'm fun, right? Yeah, I'm glad you noticed. You have a good eye. I'm charming, aren't I? Aren't I? I like that attitude. Reminds me of an old friend. Huh? It's good, right? Denji, I think I have a way out of here. Help me. What's the plan? We collect money. There's 1,000 yen in my backpack on the ground. There's also this wallet in the lounge, with 14,000 yen inside. Let's steal that too. Hell yeah.
That when I talk to you, oh Cupid walks right through and shoots fire through my heart. And I sound like a loon, but don't you feel it to confess I loved you from the start.
Stop, bro. Bro, my nose is getting, like, it's flaring, guys. Stop. That's so... What did I say in my last video? There was nothing wrong with saying something's cute, man. This is so cute, man. Dang. Bro, my eyes are getting watery. Why did, look, y'all see? Why they getting like that? This is so cute. Oh my gosh. This is like the weirdest and most coolest way to implement a date, though, and to like understand the characters. Something might go wrong. I'm not saying it's gonna be good forever, but it's moments like these that have me so locked in. Like, y'all know what I'm saying? Like, this is so cute, man. I don't know what else to say though. Like, you guys know what I'm saying? It's just cute though. What? Together with the money I've collected, it's over 1,000,000 yen. So what do we do with it? Give it all to me. The hell? Not on your life. Once we're out of here, I'll grant you any request. Help yourself. While I'm at it, just for now, do exactly as I say. Yes, ma'am. Okay, go over there, close your eyes, and cover your ears. Yes, ma'am. Have some confidence, ASA. It doesn't matter how crazy the logic is. It's a matter of my own perception. I'll pay the ~1,000,000 in this bag to buy this aquarium spear. To be continued. Lie. Cap. No way. She about to turn the whole place into a weapon? Because she feels guilty for stealing the money. That is so broken, though. She's one of the 4 horsemen, though. Why am I acting like that? She's one of the 4 horsemen. Dude! What? Aside from that, man, Denji was gonna pay for Analysis intuition, though. Man, I didn't comment on that yet, guys. Wow. I almost wanted to end it there. That was a mean cliffhanger. But I think the next one actually might be a meaner one. I'll see you guys in the next chapter. That was cool, though. Wow. It's like that. See you guys in the next chapter. We'll talk. We got a lot to talk about. Chainsaw Man, chapter 117, Penguin and Weapon. Wait a sec. What am I doing? I made up my mind to quit it with the mindless obedience. But if I obey her, she'll grant me any request. Huh? It's a penguin. A measly ~1,000,000 can't buy an aquarium, you moron. We got out? Famine that bitch, that wasn't the deal. Damn it, to hell with you. I need you to die. Thanks though. The sky has never looked more beautiful to me. You taught me to appreciate it. The guilt of ruining an aquarium. You really feel guilty over that? That's just like you, ASA. Die. 1,000,000's not enough, you say? I got the rest right here. ASA Mitaka? That power. Could it be? He's so cute. I want to keep him. So much for that idea. Thanks for walking me home. That had to have been the worst day ever. It wasn't so bad. I got to touch a penguin. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Hey, you said you'd grant me any request, right? I did. In that case, go on another date with me. Huh? I have more experience dating. I'll teach you how to have the best dates ever. Okay. Teach me. I see. The feeling must be love. I can't believe I'd feel any affection for this punk. It's only possible because I share your brain. Excuse me? Still, this means we can proceed with the plan. What? DENJI Spinal Cord Sword. To be continued. Oh, come on! No! No! Dude, come on! Guys. What? Ah, I cracked my chest. No! This wasn't even like a loud video. No! Guys, come on though. What are we talking about? Denji could have asked for anything. And if we're talking about season 1 Denji with Makima, he would have asked something a little different. That was so cute though. He said, hey, you said you grant me my wish. How about we have a date then? I could teach you all there is to know about awesome dates. Come on though, what you? And then Yoru had to ruin it. No, Yoru, why? Why? Nah, Yoru's so messed up for that. Nah, we're gonna end it there. But that's the end of the arc though. That's the end of the aquarium arc. Honestly, that was 6 chapters. This is gonna be shorter. Next video, again, it's gonna be shorter too. But I also don't, like, again, guys, the main goal I wanted to make for this series, along with for all my other series in general, is that I never want to make the videos too long. Granted, my older videos were longer, but I never wanted to make my videos not just too long, but I never wanted to make them too short. Think about it like this, guys. If I covered it like 1 or maybe 3 chapters every video, aside from my JoJo Land series, then I would feel personally within my heart that I'm dragging the series on. That's how I always thought to myself. So y'all got to understand from my perspective. But in general, I know for that from your guys' perspective too. I want these videos to be entertaining and long for you guys. But also, I don't want to put it too much in it. Y'all know what I'm saying? But let's go back to the beginning and let's talk about this whole section as a whole. We started out on chapter 112. So it was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was actually only 5 chapters. My bad. So it seems like I was wrong, guys. My bad. I had to cut the video recording real quick because my OBS was kind of crashing. A lot of stuff, a lot of mistakes were going on within this whole recording. But in general, we got the aquarium. The aquarium arc. That was kind of cool, though. It was a very short arc, and the chapters felt very short, too. But, excuse me. Man, I could go on about this, guys. I could go on and on and on. And I'll flip my camera on a couple times, but the art was so on point. Not just that, but we finally, excuse me, got more of ASA's character. She's interesting because she's not you couldn't even really account for her as a good person, but you couldn't even really say that she's a bad person either. She's a kid, sure. I think she is. I think she's a kid. But at the same time, like, she may do bad things. Even her view on murder is like kind of like, you know, but it's kind of shaky. But she doesn't want to feel guilty for dragging down people. She's dragging others down though, like, because she always messes up, especially in pivotal moments, you know, when she trips and falls. We'll get into that. But we really got her character, something I really wanted to see more of. I wanted more of a reason to either not like her or like her. I wanted to see more of that. And honestly, we got more of the Fami, but also Yor as well. But I'm going to skip a couple scenes real quick. So, like, this part right here, I'll flip the camera on a little bit, like mirroring my previous discussion where I talk about theories, ideas, and kind of like everything that we went over. But this section here, yeah, bro, it shocked the hell out of me. I was like, there's just, nah, it's not him, though. Like, it's not, though. It's not. It's just not. And it turned out to be, like, a surgical thing for promotion, that being, like, for clout. You know, and caught me off guard. Yoru wasn't there to hear that though, so Asa's gonna have to like try to convince. She's gonna have to try to convince Yoru that, you know. But again, it just kind of seems like that throughout the videos that I've recorded, this one and then the previous one, Yoru didn't seem good. She didn't seem entirely evil, but after what happened at the end of the video, I can't say she's good though. She's just not though. She's a devil by the end of the day. And it's like, with Power being sort of like I don't think Power is a hybrid, but I think she's like an intelligent devil. I'm trying to remember what Power actually was, you know? And it's like with some of these other personality type of devils or hybrids, you can sort of maybe trust them, maybe. But with these pure ones, especially the horsemen, and you saw how Yoshida looked at her, though. We'll get into that at the end. But that just proves my point, though, that you can't even really trust these people. You know what I mean? But we're going to get into this part right here. I mean, the sooner or later you're gone, the better. As you're looking inside me, not only will I be miserable, but I'll bring others down. And I do anything to stop that, even if that means turning somebody into a weapon. She doesn't want to make people feel guilty for her because the last time that happened, her mom died. That's her guilty, I was about to say guilty pleasure, but that's not pleasure. It's like, that's her guilty subconscious. That's like that's her shtig. That is her writing here. It could go deeper later, but as for now, like, that's sort of like her backstory. How the manga or stories portraying her now. I can't wait till, if this doesn't get animated, you know, we don't really know. No, the Rise movie, you know, is coming out, but I don't really know when that's coming out. But the part 2, you know, that is gonna be a while. But my point is that the boxes in the toning of these chapters, in my opinion, are really good, really brilliant. It captures something that I feel like the anime specifically Mappa Studios, because they adapted the previous season and they're going for the movie, I feel like they capture really well. I know I said I wouldn't flip my camera around, but you guys, I just want you guys to get into the mind of my mind. Get into the mind of the way that I'm seeing this. And let me show y'all real quick. So I'm gonna turn the camera on right here. As I'm reading this, guys, look at the boxes. You know what I'm saying? I don't got my mouse here. Okay, now y'all can see it. But look at the way the boxes are, the way she's talking to her. She's silent and then she reacts, right? Typical basic manga format. But then we see the cat here. She's petting the cat. She talks about how you can turn the cat into a weapon. I'd rather kill a person than a cat, a criminal or something. And then Yoru explains why that wouldn't work, because guilt is what's created to create a powerful weapon. Your criminal compromise won't work. And her thing right here, this is one of the most fascinating parts of this video when it comes to trying to understand more about Yoru. The line at which you're okay with killing and the line at which you refuse to kill. The powerful weapon after lies somewhere between those two lines. The cat or the people here, which line is she willing to cross and which line does she deem as more guilty? It all depends on her subconscious, you know, the way she feels and the way that she views things, her perspective. And then this is when we meet Denji here. You know, I didn't really react, but while I was reading, I did kind of smile a little bit. But yeah, and she calls him an idiot and a loser, but it turns out he's a good person. And she calls herself a bad person. Asa is so quick to like hate on herself and like not really mess with herself like that. You know, y'all know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to Denji's situation, Denji is so quick to like himself and boost himself up and not really think too deeply about life. Again, I talked about this before, and I want to talk about this again before I flip my camera again. I think people who think that Denji is the typical shonen trope doesn't quite frankly understand Denji, or has never met a Denji in real life. Let me explain. Let me explain, guys. Just listen real quick. I feel like first of all, what I mean by Denji in real life, we're talking about people who don't think before they do. And it's not like they entirely are good people, but they're not entirely bad people either. I would argue Denji's more of a person that's just he's in the line between what the manga said in this chapter, where it's like between the cat and criminal, he's not so bad. He's not so bad that he deserves to die though, but he somehow treads the line and is in the middle. And I feel like a lot of people on a personal level are like that. There is a lot of Denjis out there, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's another thing that, you guys get what I'm saying? And I feel like here, guys, too, to think as a necessary evil to put an end to a nightmare. It's like, Yoru, man, look, she's getting in my girl Asa's head, though. Yoru's not a good, I was about to say person. She's not a good devil. You know what I mean? She's one of the 4 horsemen, guys. I've said this. Can we really trust any of the 4 horsemen after Makima? I mean, again, I'm gonna flip it around real quick. If Denji counts, which I'm pretty sure he does, because Makima talked about it in part 1, Denji's like the only horseman we could trust. He's an idiot. And Pochita's like the one devil that ain't even that bad for real. And when you put it into somebody like him, he's the one horseman we can trust. Y'all know what I'm saying? But a lot of the moments between Asa and Denji felt so authentic. They felt so comfortable almost. They felt so like real. It's almost like I'm watching a story between 2 people. Like I'm watching a sort of like, I almost want to say romance, but not really. I mean, it is romance obviously, but it's more than that, right? And seeing both of our protagonists, again, Fujimoto's building her up. He's building up Asa. So for the people right now who's reading Chainsaw Man with me, or like, I'm pretty sure most people who are watching my videos are caught up. So you know what I mean. But for like maybe the 1 or 2 people, maybe if there's like 20, I don't really know how many of you guys are there here. But for the few people who are reading it with me, you know, what is your opinion on Asa, right? What is your opinion on her? How do you guys feel about her? Because honestly, after this video, I can understand why people don't like her. But up until the very end, she's pretty cool. I think she's kind of cool though. Like, you can't really blame her, but you can though. But you can't. But like, you kind of can. Y'all get what I'm saying? But the sequencing of paneling here, it's like the chick who hates Chainsaw Man, you know, who the hell are you? He's like, man, get away from me. I don't want to talk to you. And she's just like, you know, what are you doing? I'm selling smokes because having a part-time job is apparently against the rules for, I'm guessing, him not wanting to blow his cover. I got a lot going on. I'm a busy dude. Leave me alone. And she's like, well, how about we go on a date? Look how awkward she looks. Like, look at the drawing here. This is such a peak panel here. It really encapsulates like the awkwardness and sort of the tension here. Like, after this video, guys, I might actually start drawing. Like, this actually makes me want to draw more. Every time I do a Chainsaw Man video, guys, this unironically makes me want to draw more, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do after this. I'm gonna edit this video, don't get me wrong, but I want to draw too. But the next chapter is like Yoru talking with ASA, saying, your outfit's pretty eh. And on top of that, do you even know what you're doing? And ASA is like, man, don't worry about it, you know. She's like, it's too easy. Boys fall for anyone who can show them a fraction of a good time, which is kind of sad that she said that. I find that sad because I'm a guy, and you know, I would like to think, guys, and I'm not gonna get too personal with y'all, but like, look, but I will, you know, y'all are the family, right? But it's like, man, I feel like I'm kind of nice, right? You know, this makes me not want to be nice to people, not mean to people, but anyways, it's just kind of funny seeing her say that, like, as if she's going to use that as an advantage to take advantage of Denji. But really, the whole chapter, and then she's like, I'm pretty darn cute. He'll fall for me. I'll turn around here. And then this entire session, she's just yapping. This was her plan? And it really goes to show that she doesn't know how to go on a date. I should have figured that. And I like the 2 starfish here too. Well, there's 3 right here. But I like the starfish here. And then he's like, 30 minutes? I don't want to do this. And she's like, well, would you mind shutting up? And then she's like, everything's gonna go fine if we stick to the plan. He's like, well, I'm gonna go do my own stuff. I don't care. And then Yoru kind of flames her, saying like, you've never been on a date, so like, why are you doing this? And then she got so mad. She got so mad when she got called boring by Yoru. And this entire panel, she was just getting triggered. And then Fammy want to show up and be like, hey, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Fammy over here. And then they just disappear along with her hat. So that could have been, I'm gonna flip it around, that could have been like a hint of her power, and that's obvious when we get the reveal that they're stuck in the hallway here. I'm not really gonna show too much of this when we see like the Devil Hunter Club and them interact. And I like how when the president was introducing himself, the student slash council whatever, and then we meet the knockoff Kobani, the student council president is like, hey, my name is Haru, and then Yoshida's like, yo, Denji, what's good, man? Yoshida's hilarious. Like, this whole section was just too funny. And I'm gonna see if I can find the section here where like they sort of get another point of interaction here. But we see Denji here off on his own, not cooperating with the group, and he found money. And again, it's later that we find out he's doing this all for Naoyata, man. He's doing it all for her, and that's just, man, that's crazy, right? Like Denji really did change as a character in part 1. I mean, it's over 100 chapters. Part 1 ended with, what, on chapter 98, 97, right? So over 90 to 100 chapters of just straight development for Denji. And we'll get to that when we get to it. And you can see them getting pissed off at each other, and they're both telling each other to go to hell. Like, you know, it's just like the small, like, just this whole arc I just oddly liked a lot. I say that with every video, guys. You guys trust me. I'm gonna flip it back around. Look, you guys know me. I say this about every single little thing. But guys, I mean that with everything. Like, this arc was just so oddly something that it's just something I really appreciated from Chainsaw Man. It was like a mix of slice of life but action, but then also like that lingering confusion slash mystery slash teen, I think it's like teen romance to rom-com to slice of life. It's so much, there's so much like a mix of genres that I see here. And I should have called it that she was going to mess up to begin with, because when it matters the most is when she falls. So I feel like towards the end of the story, maybe, you know, the end of part 2 or maybe the future chapters leading on, that might be like a huge, I was going to say caveat, but that might be a huge thing to remember. Because I feel like in a very serious situation towards the end of part 2 or recent, because people say part 2 is about to end, maybe that will be a make it or break it decision for her life or for people around her, right? I'm only guessing because it makes sense. But I flip around here because this is when she falls and breaks her phone, and we're all under the pretense that that was the only way they could escape. But Yoshida already had his phone, but calling wasn't enough. But it's like now we get to see this odd angle, like we get to see the student council president's perspective. You know, I don't know if it's just because the way he was drawn here, but we get to see like how he acts. So maybe we're gonna see more of the Devil Hunter Club later on through the chapters, like when they go back to school. The fact that Fujimoto gave a whole panel tour just in pain, right? It's not until the next 1 or 2 chapters that really shows the emotion of Denji and her. You know, the biggest things I wanted to talk about in this video. I know I said I wouldn't flip-flop a lot, but after that we get to see Asa's sort of slow interaction with the student council president. We can skip that when he says "Save me, Chainsaw Man." Yoshida knows more than what we're leading on. I mean, he saw, like, he was with he wasn't with, but after the hallway infinity type of devil died because Asa turned the aquarium into a weapon, she was on the ceiling of another roof saying that didn't work. Maybe her plan is to regulate or to control the Chainsaw Man too. But even Yoshida was like, hey, you better back off. Y'all know what I'm saying? So like, I may be looking too deep into that, right? But this part right here, let's go here. So the others are starting to lose it. Are you holding up okay? I'm hungry. I just want to eat some fish. I can't eat fish. Oh yeah? And we get 3. Why do we get 3 boxes of her? Why do we get 3? Why do we get 3, Fujimoto? Why do we get 3? I'm sorry for asking you on in a day. It's my fault that you got mixed up in this. I was trying to turn you into a weapon. Not that you would even understand what that means. The 2 starfish again. Guys, you know? But even cornered and starving like this, I just can't. Not because I have the guts or because it goes against my principles. The real reason is because I have no idea what's right or wrong. That's why I'm a total bore. My life is just one string of attempts avoiding mistakes. Denji always being controlled and manipulated due to his like lack of awareness or knowledge. Well, as of her, she's too boring, or she doesn't understand what right or wrong is. Maybe the lines are so blurred in between her perspective, and not just that, but she doesn't want to drag anyone else down through her path of mistakes because she's always making mistakes. Her not wanting to make mistakes is a cause for her always making mistakes. So maybe that could be like a solution for her to not care anymore about making mistakes. She's always subconscious about herself. While Denji, he's not. So it's almost like they parallel each other, sort of. Why are you muttering to yourself? Ta-da! Ever tried starfish? He did the same trick he did with Rise, kind of, where he did the ta-da thing with the flower, but like, this is more of like a, hey, like, you can only eat starfish, right? The starfish is your only choice, but they're toxic and you have to boil them. He's like, well, I got that covered. And it's just him talking with her, and why are there so many school hats here? I collected them for money. Again, Denji, I just realized that even in the beginning of part 1, he was doing stuff for money. So yeah, he was doing the same thing he was doing in part 1. It's like, it's the same thing, guys. You guys notice that? It is the same thing, but it's different. That's what's really cool about this. I've got this sort of friend-like little sister living with me. She's smart enough to go to college. I'm saving up for her tuition. College is crazy expensive, right? See, my life was always crappy before. I want her to have a normal life. That's such a good thing from Denji, on Denji's part. He's selfless, man. And in season 1, he wasn't really like that. I mean, he was selfish, but he became a little bit selfless towards the end, and it's like now we're starting to see the results of that from part 1. You know, we didn't get to really see much of 𝐼𝐼𝐼 other than the end of part 1. So we haven't seen her since part 1. So maybe we'll see her a little bit later. But the last time we saw her, she did the peace sign too, and then Denji slept with her and gave her a hug. So hopefully we'll be able to see her soon. But this is like, look at right here. I got my mouse on her. Look at Asa's face. It's like she realizes that he's not a bad guy though. He's actually more of a good guy. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, Denji's not perfect, he's not, but that's what makes him so good and so interesting, is that he's flawed. He's flawed in a good way, right? He's flawed in a noble way, right? It's not enough. What are these, fish? And for the first time, she tries fish, and then she barfs. And then she tries to eat it still, and he's just laughing at her. You're fun. What you say is totally boring, but you're interesting to watch. Denji got it like that, guys. And look, she's blushing though. What? Yeah, that's right. I'm an interesting woman. And this part broke me too, guys. I'm fun, right? Yeah. I'm glad you noticed. You have a good eye. It looks just like power, guys. Ah, I haven't recovered, man. Have any of you guys recovered yet? I haven't. Damn, even when Denji says that too, Denji just says such heavy things with such a light tone. He just doesn't think about anything like that. I'm charming, aren't I? Aren't I? I like that attitude. It reminds me of an old friend. Damn. That hurts. And then they come up with a plan to collect the money. Again, I wasn't really going to go over and show every single page of this chapter, but this was probably my favorite chapter in this entire video. This was such a great chapter. And it's like, then we get to see the love, or the love between them. And she's like, alright, give it to me. He's like, no, I'm not giving it to you on your life. Once we're out of here, I'll grant you any request. Help yourself. He gives her the money. And I like how in the next chapter, Denji's like, what are you doing, Denji? Like, focus, focus, focus. So, and then she turns the aquarium into a weapon, the aquarium spear. And I'm not going to show you guys too much of like all the chapter. We've already seen most of it towards the end of the video anyways. But the biggest thing is this part right here. So much for a great idea. And she notices Yoshida looking at her, man. Like, what does that mean though? Y'all know what I'm saying? Heck no, Yoshida want the smoke. I mean, Yoshida was always like that though. You know, I still remember he was throwing hands with Guan Chi. Like, that was crazy. So it's like now he knows something that we don't. Definitely knows something that we don't, and we're probably gonna figure it out later. Will Famine be an op though? Like, is she gonna be an enemy we got a body? I don't really know. She seems kind of passive right now, but that could very well change. But my favorite moment here that ripped my soul out, you know, thanks for walking me home. That had to have been the worst date ever. And guys, literally, I was on the phone with my friend before I started this discussion, because I had to cut the discussion in the very beginning. And I was talking to him about how, like, this was a huge development for Denji. Here, it wasn't so bad I got to touch a penguin. Yeah? Hey, you said you'd grant me any wish, right? In that case, go on another date. He wants to go on another date with her. He wants to, come on though. Like, I feel like, guys, remember in part 1 when Denji, when sort of like Denji got that same proposal from Makima, that if he beats the Gun Devil, he could do whatever, she'd grant him any wish. I bet his wish then would have been different than the wish here now. This is like huge development. I have more experience dating. I'll teach you how to have the best dates ever. And she's like, okay, teach me. And she's like, it must be love. And then she starts liking him. And then Yor wanna come out of nowhere and then just try to, no, bro, guys, I'm gonna be honest. Hard panel, by the way, like hard panel all throughout, to be continued. Dude, if Denji turns into a weapon next video, I'm gonna be pissed, bro. I'm gonna be pissed. But you guys have to think about it though. Even if she rips his spine out, she can't kill him though. He'll just regenerate. So can they be friends? Well, cause like, how would that even work though? What would the weapon be? because it scales off of guilt. But Denji is not like a normal person. He's one of the horsemen. He's the chainsaw devil. It's Pochita. Is Pochita gonna like cancel it out, or will Denji actually? Because that says spinal cord sword. That was, remember when she did that to the principal, and he died because of that. So you know, because he wasn't part devil. But even if you cut off Denji's head, I don't think he's gonna die though. Same with Makima. You cut her head off, she was still alive. So I don't think Denji's gonna die here, obviously. But how will she feel about seeing Denji? How strong will Denji be as a weapon? Is she gonna find out he's the Chainsaw Man next video? Like, I don't know. I mean, she doesn't have the strength to, but she's under the pretense still that the president is the student council president / president for the Devil Hunter Club is the Chainsaw Devil. So I don't know how it's gonna work. Wow, this video is on the shorter side, but I wanted these videos to be a little bit more shorter. Maybe the next one will be longer. I'm not entirely sure. I do want to keep it under 10 chapters. If you guys are new, leave a like, subscribe. If you didn't like the video, dislike. I'm perfectly cool with that. Leave comments on criticisms about how I can improve as a creator. Hate comments, you know, it all. Big comments too. I want nice comments. I want short. It don't got to be big. It could be anything. I love talking with y'all. I love seeing how y'all felt about the video in general. Turn on post notifications so you guys never miss videos by your boy. Let me go pick it up. I got my pencil here. I'm about to draw, guys. And honestly, next video, or I'm gonna keep y'all posted up on my community post too. I might post some more drawings up on there. Update more about my personal manga in general. Top of the description will always be my second channel. Check that out. I'm still gonna try to do some workshopping around that. I have other ideas for the future. Leave a like for the bonnet video. Hey, let's see if we can get to. I never do this, guys. I never do this. Honestly, this isn't going to be a thing, but let's see if we can get more than 20 likes. You know, if we can't, I'm perfectly okay with that. That is perfectly fine. And as for my premiere, clap it up, guys. Thank you guys for staying here as usual. I'm probably going to be here with y'all watching this with you guys. I always try to anyways. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Right, these videos come out slowly, but they take a minute to make, and I always try to make these as fun and as entertaining as possible through my vision. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm done talking. I'm out. I'm about to draw. I'm about to do some other stuff. I'll see you guys. Is Denji gonna... Are they gonna go on another date though? That's my question. I want them to go on another date. I hope they do. I will see you guys when Denji and ASA go on another date. It's your boy All Time, and I'm out, guys.